Hi, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. I've been pretty busy here lately and I haven't had a chance to get anything out, but I've noticed that most of the other guys aren't either, so it must be that time of year, and we're all kind of going slow here on the videos because we're going fast on the other things. But I wanted particularly to get a video out showing this new t-shirt that I got from Real World Prepper. And just got this, and I got it in the mail a couple of weeks ago actually, but I haven't had a chance to get on here and show it. Real World, thank you so much for sending this. It is a great t-shirt. It's comfortable. It's a good quality. As you all can see, it's got his logo on it, the Jolly Roger and Real World Prepper across it. And of course, he's one of the real good ones out there. I wore Zombies on here a little while back, and now I'm glad to have this one. And thank you to RWP. I'm gonna be wearing it around up here, and if you ever make your way through Kansas City and you're wearing yours, don't be surprised if somebody comes up to you and says, I saw some guy wearing that shirt, wasn't as good looking as you, but he was wearing that shirt. So anyway, so thank you for that so much. And I want to say again, for those who are watching some of these channels, for the guys who have things out there, t-shirts or whatever, let's buy from them. Let's support them. This is one of the ways that we support each other in what we're all trying to do. And these two, Zombie Farmer and Real World Prepper, are, in my opinion, a couple of the best. They're just they're real deal guys. They are bedrock truth tellers, and you're going to get a lot out of them. So not only buy their shirts, but pass on to your friends and send their videos on to your friends too. And I wouldn't mind you sending my videos on to your friends either, if you'd like. Anyway, what I was going to talk about a little bit today is what am I going to name this? Probably a survival orchard. Those of you who garden know that there's quite a learning curve in gardening, but one of the most important things to be able to be self-sufficient is not to store food, although that's the important beginning, but to be able to produce your own food. That's where real self-sufficiency and reliance begins, and it's not easy. Any of you who are farmers or gardeners know that there's a big learning curve to it. And it takes a while. You know, these guys who say don't expect to store a bunch of seeds and when it all goes to pot, throw them out there in the yard and expect food to come out, they're exactly right. It takes it's like learning to shoot. You know, you can read all about it, you can watch videos about it, but until you get your own hands on it and really get out there and get your own experiences, you're not going to be doing as well as you really want to do and need to do. One of the first things when people ask me about food production, one of the first things that I suggest is not necessarily vegetables, but fruit trees. The reason for that is because fruit trees are perennials, and anytime you can plant something and have that thing bring you food year after year after year after year, it's going to beat the heck out of something that you have to go out there every year and replant and weed and hoe and hope that the rains come at the right time and the sun's not too hot or there's enough sun, whatever. Gardening vegetables and even root crops, there's a lot that you are at the mercy of, and it takes a lot of work to do it. And some is science and some is an art, and you got to get the right blend of that for you to be doing well. Well, as I said, one of the first things that I suggest to people is that they start putting in some fruit trees, and you don't have to get too fancy about this. You get a couple. I'm going to show you some pictures and tell you what I've done here in a minute. You don't have to buy expensive trees. You can start with some of these trees that you get at Home Depot or Lowe's or the box stores, and they're $30 a piece, and it'll take you a few years to do it. For them to start producing fruit, but once they start, they go at it, and if they get rains at the right time, or you water them at the right time, you're going to be putting out a lot of food. I did a This year, and there's the reason that I call this survival orchard, is because this year I did something different. I did kind of a test. And it's one thing, you can hear what other people say, and you can read, and you can go to the your state university extension sites and get whatever information they have for you. But nothing teaches you like trying it yourself. And so this year I did kind of a test. And every year I have 5 peach trees, and every year they produce very well. And a lot of people are surprised that you can produce peaches or grow peaches this far north. We're up around the greater Kansas City area. And I know when I talk to some people down in Georgia and to the south, they say, well, you can't grow peaches up there. Oh, yeah, you can. But anyway, we have 5 peaches, and I've always done in the past what you're supposed to do when they start to bud. You want to pick off each of the buds so that you're only going to have a peach about every 4 to 6 inches. And what this does is ensures you're going to get a good sized peach, and they're going to ripen, and your production is going to be good. Well, this year I decided, we don't actually need them. We can still go to the store and buy peaches when we need them. But I wanted to see what a peach tree would do if I didn't do that, if I just left it alone. And what I found out was a good surprise. Peach trees are heavy producers. They're heavy fruiters. Like I say, if they get watered at the right time, and it's good. I have several different types of peach trees because when you put peaches in, you want different types to help cross-pollinate. And there's nothing fancy about it. If you go to Home Depot or Menards or wherever, you go out and find your peach trees for $30, and right on the back of the tag, it'll say, for best results, get this other type of peach tree for them to work together and pollinate and increase your fruiting. And so it's not like you have to be a genius. I'm certainly not. I'm no professional orchardist, if that's a word. But anyway, I also tell people that when they go out, if they buy land, one of the first things that I encourage them to do is just plant a bunch of fruit trees. I also have apple trees, and it's kind of the same with them. So peach trees, apple trees, pear trees, cherry trees, and I also am a big believer in berries, but I probably won't throw that into this one. Anyway, I allowed these peach trees to go, and I'm going to have my guru put in a picture here in a minute, a couple of pictures probably, to show you the fruiting of these trees. Now the fruiting was heavy, and so heavy to the point that I thought I was going to have to prune some of these to keep them from splitting and breaking the branches. I didn't have to because they're old enough that it didn't split any yet. I still have some that I haven't picked from yet, and we'll see about those. But anyway, I waited until I let them ripen on the tree, and I didn't thin anything. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to have my guru put in the picture of the first tree right here. Okay, now you're back. You had a good chance to see that branch with, I got a bee flying around here, that branch with those peaches on it. And you just imagine a tree, and every branch was like that. Well, I went out. Now we didn't get the big peaches, that often we get. We got small peaches. But what my purpose in this was to see whether I felt that the fruit itself, the flesh, was going to be about the same as if I had, picked them and thinned them and try to get a bit. But I'm not trying to sell. I'm not a professional orchard, and so I didn't care about trying to get nice, big, beautiful ones to sell to the grocery stores. I just wanted to know whether I was going to get the volume. And so I picked them all, and my wife came in, and what we did with them, and I ate a lot of them small, 3 or 4 bites and they're gone, but they are good. And sometimes I'll just be out working and back, and I'll get a couple and eat them, and they're just as good as if I had thinned them. But anyway, she cut them all up and we essentially just made a compote out of them. And if you're not familiar with what a compote is, it's not the same as compost. You take the S out. You just put all of your fruit in a big pan, add some brown sugar and some water and some sugar. However you want to do it, you can add anything you want to. You can put some brandy in there if you want, and you just simmer it and just cook it down until it's a nice, a reduced fruit kind of a spread. And then we just put them in jars and put them in the refrigerator. And we don't really can them because we eat peaches a lot, and they're great on biscuits, on pancakes, over ice cream, with a spoon. However it is, they are great. And it's one of the best things that I recommend to people. If you've got some land, or if you've just got a nice backyard, put in some fruit trees now. And get those going, because they will produce a lot of food for you with not much work down the road. Now I'm going to have I have another peach tree, and what I did purposely is get different types of trees that will fruit and mature at different times of year, so I don't have everything coming in at the same time. And I have two other trees on the south side that are just now coming in, and they'll be starting to orange up here in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll pick that tree or those trees, and I'll have my guru put in a picture right here about that. Okay, so I hear that our battery's getting low, but I'm about done. So that's my suggestion. It doesn't take much at all to grow fruit trees, and these things will produce for you. And the good thing about it is because people say, well, if I just put them all out on some land, I don't have the time to get out there and thin them and care for them and all that. That was the whole point of my test this year. You don't have to. Put them out there, let them grow the way God meant to do it. And God usually does even better than we do, right? So let it go the way God meant it to go, and you're going to be putting out some food in a few years, a lot of it. You're going to be happy you did. So you all have a great day. I want to thank again RWP, Real World Prepper. Great t-shirt. You guys go to his channel and buy some shirts. Buy some shirts from these guys. It's not much. It's a good deal, and they're good quality, and I enjoy watching them, and that's the way that we support each other. So thanks a lot. Have a great day, and remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.